Your path, your destiny, navigating life's journey. I receive a lot of sad messages, sometimes full of despair, because people feel inferior to others, see themselves as terrible, or feel worthless when compared to their peers. One person gets a promotion, another has a nice house and car, someone enjoys a comfortable family life, another travels from one country to another city, and so on. And then there's me. If we start comparing ourselves to others, oh dear, we could sit doing that for a lifetime, because there will always be someone who has more in one aspect or another. In this world, each person has their own circumstances, family background. Everyone has a different starting point. Everyone has their own dreams, journeys. Everyone is at a different level in terms of thinking, mindset, spirit, abilities, resilience. Some people only realize their life's purpose at 40, even though they may have a successful career. Some start their business journey at 50, beginning the rough journey to build their empire. Some understand the principles of the universe by 30, leading a harmonious, peaceful, and happy life. Some with white hair still don't understand why they exist. Some spend their whole lives just around their house and neighborhood. Others in their 20s have already experienced the whole world. You see, there is no standard formula for what someone should do, where, or at what point in their life. Everyone has their own journey. Everyone has a different timeline. The flow of time varies greatly. No one is like anyone else. No one can be compared to anyone else. So why should you get lost in that mess of comparisons? Sometimes your job is to return to yourself, to create your journey and your own timeline, and then comfortably walk the path you have drawn, following the timeline you have set, at a pace that is comfortable for you. As long as you are always moving forward towards the valuable destination of your dreams, in the way you want to leave your footprints in the sand, with the resources and abilities you have and are still developing daily. Life's journey can be slow or fast, rough or smooth. It's okay. It's natural. Each situation requires a different way of steering. Life's journey has its ups and downs, moments of glory and depths of despair. It's okay, it's normal. Life is like that. It's not always lucky or ideal. As humans, our spirits can rise and fall. Sometimes we're full of energy, sometimes so depleted we forget who we are and why we're here. It's okay. Everyone experiences turmoil at some point. The important thing is whether you give up, surrender, and let yourself fall freely, or have the courage to struggle, stand up, and move forward. That's the only difference. Everyone falls, but some stand up while others just lie there and complain for a lifetime. Everyone has their own path. Everyone has their own journey. Everyone has a very different timeline. Now, you need to stop comparing yourself with anyone else. Focus on yourself, your journey, your timeline to reach where you want to go. Only when you focus on solving your own problems, not comparing, blaming, or being sad about your fate, will your journey begin, your life turn a new page. If you go, you will arrive. If you sit there holding a lump of coal, 1,000 years later, you'll still be just a skeleton hunched over holding that same old lump of coal. If you understand this, you can ask yourself the following questions to construct the journey and timeline for your future life. 1. Where is your destination? After all, ignoring the external chaos, what is it that you ultimately want? To live peacefully in a countryside, far from worldly affairs? To stand on the pinnacle of success in terms of money, material wealth, career, and fame? To become a guiding star, a beacon of some admirable value to the world? Or to reside in the present and find happiness in every moment? Only you know what your destination is, no one else. Therefore, only you have the ability to think and make decisions about your own destination. Sometimes, if it's not very clear, you might seek help from a mentor or a guide. But even with guidance, the final decision is yours. No one else in the world has enough understanding or data to make any decision about someone else's destination. A decision, at a certain point, may be wrong or a misconception. It's okay. When you realize and understand, you just correct it. It's your life. You go along and adjust as long as you feel okay with it. Don't be foolish to display it for the world, and then due to public pressure, drift further away from your destination, following their desires, only to end up feeling extremely terrible about yourself. Where is your destination? Just calmly ask yourself, joyfully find the answer, and gently converse with yourself. There's no pressure here. Just calmly arrange your own affairs. However, never forget the question, and respect. Never stop seeking the answer about your own destination. Without it, where will you go? Wandering aimlessly without a destination? 2. Where is your starting point? Once you have a destination, you need to identify the starting point to draw the map. The starting point is your reality, your mindset, your spirit, the reality of your resources, abilities, and resilience. Please answer truthfully, objectively, and accurately about your reality. There's no one else here to be embarrassed in front of. The more honest and accepting of the truth you are, the more you face your reality and know where you are, the clearer you understand how to reach your destination. If you mark it right, from point A to point B, by marking these 2 points, you will find the way. Even if the route is different, but you will get there. But if you mark it wrong, the map is wrong, the journey is wrong. It's like not going at all, going but not arriving, arriving but not really, because that's not your destination. Therefore, it's extremely important not to pretend or put on airs. Accept where and how you are. Acknowledge where you've reached. The issue is not where you are. The problem is how you will go to your destination from your starting point. Many people, too concerned about appearances, fail to recognize the issue, clinging to a larger-than-life image of themselves, then misconceive their starting point, and forever wander in the maze they create. Be honest about your situation and acknowledge it as it is. Don't be self-deprecating nor delusional. Learning to be honest with yourself is also a major lesson in life, saving you from many troubles of wandering aimlessly because you dare not, will not, or do not cooperate with the truth. 3. What is your map like? Once you have a starting point and a destination, you can draw a map. It's simple, really. The map is the path between the 2 points you have identified. However, there's not just one path, and it's not necessarily a straight line, even though that might be the quickest route. The path that suits you is known only to you, as everyone has their own baggage, past, debts, responsibilities, and different concerns in life. Sometimes, setting off on a journey alone can be easy. Other times, you may have family, spouse, children, relatives, and responsibilities that you need to shoulder. Sometimes there are unresolved issues with your past and present. Sometimes there are mistakes being corrected, old debts not yet repaid, past issues not yet overcome, and so on. Each person has their own circumstances, their own unique life story. Therefore, whether you turn left or right, continue or stop, pause for a long time, or just briefly before moving on, all depend on your own reality. There is no standard for comparison, nor is there a correct path. Your journey is drawn according to your reality, your desires and needs, and what is feasibly achievable. Otherwise, what's the point of drawing a map if you know it's not realistic? 4. What is your mode of transportation? Now that you have a map, let's talk about transportation. In life, some people have the resources to fly in business class. Others take the Shinkansen, saving 5 to 6 hours to the same destination. Some travel by slow trains, buses, or coaches. Others drive their cars, enjoying the scenery along the way. Let others travel as they wish. That's their business. What you can and should use as your mode of transportation is what you need to consider. So, you must sit down, reevaluate, and accurately acknowledge the resources you have to determine what mode of transportation you will use. Should you buy a car? Should you fly part of the way and take the bus for another part? Use the Shinkansen at times and slow trains at others. What the mode of transportation is, when to use it, and why it is needed are all questions you have to ask yourself. The decision to use a certain mode of transportation, when and why, is entirely based on the reality of your resources and capabilities. Many young people share with me that they want to study abroad, but their family doesn't have the money, and thus they become sad and discouraged. Well, if you don't have the resources, why choose to fly business class? Be willing to take the bus for a bit. The journey might be longer and more challenging, but at least it's in line with your reality. Any mode of transportation will get you there, just maybe a bit slower or faster. If others go straight and you take a detour, if others drive and you take the train, it doesn't mean that what others can do, you can't. And if you sit there waiting for the universe to pour all its resources into your house before you set off, Then reduce the fantasy a bit, please. Such fairy tales never come true. 5. Are you a skilled driver? Everyone has different levels of driving skills. Some are expert drivers, others are average, and some get flustered in challenging situations, and so on. Different driving skills mean different ways of handling the vehicle. Some drive slowly. Others rev up the moment they get behind the wheel. Some can't drive long distances and need a companion or someone to share the driving. Others hire a driver to avoid the stress of driving themselves, and so on. Therefore, whether you drive alone, need a companion, or hire someone to assist you on your journey to your destination is also a choice based on your reality. If you can manage on your own, then go solo. If you're not confident driving alone, you might need a mentor, a guide. If you have the means, you might even hire a team for support. In general, whether you go alone or with others depends on your circumstances. Do what feels right for you. There's no formula dictating how things should be done on the journey to your destination. The important thing is to keep clear about where you need to go. The rest, like what means of transport to use, whether to take a direct or indirect route, and whether to go with someone or alone, are not issues. Choose what suits you without putting pressure on yourself. It's your journey, so you decide. It has nothing to do with anyone else, so why bother about others' opinions? So remember this. Everyone has their own path. Each person decides their own journey. Forget about comparisons. Constantly comparing leads nowhere and is a waste of time. Thank you for joining us on this journey of self-discovery and personal growth. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring content.